Hey everyone, Brian here. So today we're going to have a look at the claw. This is for my students learning the claw with me. The song was written by Jerry Reed, and really it was just it's a 12-bar blues jam really, and it's been recorded so many times by Chet Atkins, Tommy Emmanuel, Lenny Breau did a really awesome version. I'm going to be following the original version that was recorded by Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins in the 70s, but once you get the basic themes and choruses down, you can kind of treat the song like a 12-bar blues jam and improvise over it. So in this video, I'm going to go through the opening line, which that opening line. I'm going to talk about the first chorus, and also the phrasing of how these lines and melodies and licks come together, because when you learn a song that's played super fast, it's hard to hear exactly where these lines meet. It's not just this one big sentence that gets blurted out. It's like little phrases, little sentences that are put together to make this really awesome long line. So let's have a look at this opening line. So if I play it in full, it sounds like this. Now when you hear that, it's like, whoa, that's a lot of information to take in. So we break it down into 3 or 4 little pieces so you can hear each bit. And once you hear and absorb and internalize the sound of each phrase, when you play it all together, it's like you're just talking about something that you know really well, and it just rolls off the tongue. So, and then you hear it a little bit differently. When you hear it as this one big long line, it's like, hang on, can you backtrack and repeat a few things? So we're going to start by sliding from the 2nd fret to the 6th fret like this on the 3rd string. Then we're going to play E and F sharp on the 2nd string, that's the 5th and 7th fret. Very classic opening blues line, that. Then we're going to go barring the 1st and 2nd string on the 5th fret. You're going to keep the top note and end up dropping the 2nd string from E to E flat on the 4th fret. So you get this, but you want to keep the top note. So now I'm into the 7th fret position, and I'm barring 3 strings, but I'm only playing the 2nd and 3rd string for now. Come down on the 4th string like that, and bar the 5th fret, then add the C sharp on the 6th fret, 3rd string, and then the 4th string 7th fret, which is A. And that's your first phrase. So now when you hear that on its own, you hear how that sounds like a complete sentence. If you rush into the next bit, it's like, okay, I can kind of hear what you're saying, but it's not as clear. So let's go through that again. That's actually one big sort of descending line, except it's better to play it all in one position, where you get this sort of descending chromatic line. Hopefully you can hear, it's like, hear that? This moves us into the next phrase after I've hit the low E. That's the 4th fret, 4th string F sharp, and I have my 3rd finger on C on the 3rd string 5th fret. Then I'm going to bar an A. once I hit A, that's G on the 5th fret, 4th string, E on the 2nd fret, 4th string, open 5th string. That's the next phrase. So from hear that? Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. So now we have 2 phrases. I'll slow it all down for you so you can hear how these 2 sentences come together. So, boom. Okay, so hopefully now you can hear that opening line is actually these 2 smaller sentences put together. And it doesn't end there. This leads us into the next phrase. So each small phrase connects to the next one and the next one. So it's like when you say, it's almost like a poem. That's not the greatest analogy, but there's one line, another line, another line, and it just keeps rolling along. So this is going to lead us into, it's like a sort of a altered A chord. That's E flat on the 1st fret, 4th string. Hopefully you can see that. And I got my 3rd finger. You can use your middle. I use my 3rd on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. So, and I do this sort of open D, open 5th string, 3rd and 4th string together. So we got bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. Oh, try again. I do that with my pinky. I play C. This leads us into a little slide here on the 5th fret. That's going to lead us into the main chorus. So the phrasing, it talks about phrasing in this first part of the video a lot, and it's something that is a little bit lost when you talk about fingerstyle guitar, because even though this is not really a singable melody, it still is a melody. It's like small melodies mashed up together to create this long melodic line that's more rhythmical than singable, but it's still melody, Ba boo ba boo ba 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 boo ba ba boom bam boom bam boom bam 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 boom ba ba boo ba boom ba bam boom ba bam. The moment you can start hearing a line like that as a singable melody in your ears in your head, that's when you know, okay, I understand the line. It starts to make more sense. So that's where the speed comes from. And when you play, it's going to feel different. If you just rush into playing the line, it's just going to sound like you're just playing a bunch of notes. That looks really cool for 10 seconds, but then it's pretty hard to follow. So let's go over what we've done in this first part of the video. So we're going to start with harmonies. right, see how you go with that first line, and then we'll get into the first main chorus.